What's going on, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode here on ESGNet. As we're back here for the final couple of episodes. We got about 3 or 4 more episodes to wrap up here as we try to finish out the season or the career of Khalil Kelley here, at least in Madden 20, because he will be, of course, be coming back in Madden 22 once we finish this series up. And of course, he'll move on over to ESGNet LP for that series over there. But today we are back here on the face of the franchise with Khalil Kelley as we enter the playoffs, and we're going to be in a divisional round game here coming up here in just a bit. But right now we're taking a look at some of the stats going into the postseason there, and of course Khalil, one of your top guys there in pretty much in the NFL this season, who has racked up quite a bit here for himself when it comes to stats. His career or his season stats right now, he was let's see, 5,085 in yardage, 56 touchdowns with 13 interceptions, 50 sacked 50 times in the season, carried the ball 85 times this season. He had 923 yards on the ground and 4 rushing touchdowns, also including a fumble. He won the AFC top offensive player of the week 9 times this season, of course, including the MVP award, and of course offensive player of the year and best QB. And yeah, for the most part here, just having a really great season, of course, going undefeated in the regular season for the fourth time, something like that, or no, the third time in a row here since he's been with this squad here. Of course, these guys, Fuller, Rudolph, Gesicki, Drake, and Mack, and everybody else here on offense has done a great job this year, and has really put up some good numbers here. Of course, Mack, he became a X Factor superstar along with, of course, Drake. I think Drake was the previous season there, but yeah, we just put up some really good numbers. And of course, defensively, it was a rough start at the beginning of the season, just like in the previous seasons here. But this defensive team for the Dolphins is really starting to come together here. It's really a shame to see this team have to let this series go, because this team is really starting to go in the right direction here. Now, we're not shutting out teams week in and week out, but we are. They're in the trenches there. They're fighting for a lot of their abilities for the chance to get in this position that they're in right now, and they've been putting up some really good numbers. Barnett, there you see, he had the most sacks for the season here, and like I said, for the most part here defensively, it's just been a great season. Xavier Howard, of course, being our top guy there in interceptions. He has 5 total this season, and of course Darby, Baker, McCain, and Davis helping him out there, getting about 1 apiece for each of those guys here. Of course, like I said, and defensively, their deflections have been a great job here for us. And you really, defense do win championships, and that's, of course, we won. That's helped us win 3 championships now, going hopefully for our 4th here, or I should say our 3rd. I can't remember, 3rd or 4th, not for sure. No, our 3rd. Yeah, this is our 3rd actually. So yeah, it's been a really good ride here, and like I said, we're gonna continue this series here in in Madden 22. I don't know why I got FIFA on the mind now, but we're gonna of course recreate him, or it's gonna be a reimagine. He won't be on the same team because I mentioned in the previous episodes we're gonna recreate him, but we're gonna put him in the NFL draft, and he's gonna be in. He's gonna go start right after this off season here that's coming up here and in IRL. So he's gonna be in that season there, where he's gonna be able to be drafted. And of course, we'll see what team he's gonna be a part of, and that'll of course start his journey in that series. So, and what I did was I took what his numbers were when he was entered to the NFL, his rookie year, and I just kind of plugged those numbers in and recreate them that way and put him in the draft. So it's gonna be kind of funny to see where he goes to. I doubt he'll be going back to the Dolphins, but we'll see where he goes to. And like I said, it's gonna be a fun way of recreating him in the newer game, and of course see what he can do with his new club that he will be a part of. So like I said, that'll be on the second channel over there on ESGNet LP. If you guys don't know about that channel, it is my second channel that I have other content on, so definitely check it out. If you're fans of this channel and you enjoy what you see over there, you'll definitely like what you see on the second channel there, as we have a nice series that we're about to wrap up with the Stanford Cardinals there, coming up here in about, I think, another 2 or 3 or more episodes I think we have left of that series before we wrap that up. But there you see, we're just right now taking a look at some of the season stats here from around the NFL when it comes to rushing, receiving, and of course passing. And of course, Ezekiel, of course, the top guy there in receiving, or in the running game there, and rushing. But you see our guy Kenny Stills, top receiver there, put up some good numbers. Albert Wilson up there in the top 10 with yardage there. Of course, receivers touchdowns. Kenny Stills, of course, 17. Fuller with 16, and Albert Wilson with 14. So we got all 3 guys there who have been put up some numbers this season there in the top spot there, the top 3 best receiving touchdown playmakers this season. And of course, that's definitely going to come up because the way Khalil been playing, he had 56 touchdowns. I believe he did beat one of Brady's records there for most touchdowns in the season. So he's definitely, like I said, definitely a guy that's got a bright future for himself, and it only makes me wonder what he would be like if we continue this series in this game, because I think in this game, I think he has one more year left with the Dolphins, and pretty much he would be in free agency, and I can imagine teams wanting to go after him for his service of what he can do as a quarterback, and kind of one of the future quarterbacks in this league. But there you see, again, taking a look at some more of the defensive numbers there. Von Miller, of course, Tyrann Mathieu. He has tied right there with John Johnson with the most interceptions this season. And as we just look on here, I think we'll see the numbers here see the finalists of the awards here coming up here in just a bit. But we do have a bye week coming up. This is the wildcard weekend, and we'll see who will play here in just in a short while here. But again, I just kind of want to show you guys the numbers, because a lot of you guys have been asking what the numbers are for certain teams and stuff like that. So just scrolling here, some showing what these players have done. Of course, look at the kicking game there. Yes, because kickers are people too. So we'll take a look at some of their numbers there, as we're just kind of looking upon there and just seeing what their numbers are. And of course, Colquitt and Quigley and Bosher, they're all normal guys there who are the best punters in the NFL right now, doing quite well for themselves. And there you see the kick returners this year, and there you see some of the numbers there when it comes to kick return yards. Touchdowns, only Callaway, the only guy who ran a ball back on a kickoff there this season. And we'll take a look here. Of course, we'll see some punt returns. I believe there was 3 this season, And yeah, 2 of them going to Tyreek Cohen there for the Bears. But there you see the annual awards. Of course, Khalil MVP, hands down. Just like I said, read off his numbers earlier here in this video, and just hands down had a great season. Brian Flores, your coach of the year, of course, going undefeated for the 2nd straight year in a row, and especially in the off season or during the regular season there. And of course, the big question is, can they run the table again and try to get to the Super Bowl, and of course win the Super Bowl and bring home the NFL championship. Of course, this season the NFL championship game, the Super Bowl, will be played in Tampa, so it'll be right there down just up the road there from Miami, I should say. And so don't have too far to travel there for a chance at the Super Bowl title. And then, of course, there is some other Dolphins on that list there who were up for a chance. Of course, Von Miller, always up on that top of that list there for DBs. Defensive backs there, Tyrann Mathieu. You see him with the Chiefs 12-4 this season. And, of course, some other awards. As we take a look at the NFC, top offensive player there, Russell Wilson. For the Seahawks, 11-5 for them this season. Aaron Donald, your top defensive player of the year. Your rookie, you see from Green Bay. AJ Miller from the Giants as your top, your best defensive rookie of the year. And of course, Wilson, best QB in the NFC. Ezekiel, best halfback there in the NFC, of course. You got Gurley, and of course some other recognized names there. Curtis Samuel, best wide receiver. Zach Martin, your best defensive lineman. Aaron Donald, your best defensive lineman. Khalil Mack, the Mack attack there, best linebacker. Definitely a guy we don't want to see at all, to be honest. And of course, there you see the kickers there. So let's take a look at the postseason here, the wildcard matchups. You got the Bills and the Browns going against each other. The Saints hosting the Panthers. Chiefs going to Indy, and the Bucks going against the Bears. Now, take a look. The final scores of those wildcard games: Browns beat the Buffalo Bills 31-17. Looks like the New Orleans beats the Panthers 38-15. Kansas City, this was a shocker right here. Kansas City gets defeated by Indy 28-21. That's who we'll be facing coming up in the divisional game, which we'll see here in just a bit. And there you see the matchups there. And of course, Browns getting a victory. They'll, of course, meet the Chargers. The Saints will go to Seattle. And like I said, we'll host them. So take a look at this matchup here. Now, last time we played against the Saints was actually this early this season. We played them back in week 15, just a couple weeks ago. And that was a Sunday night game. One that won 35-25. You take a look at the stats here. 18 of 25 for Khalil Kelley for 247 yards, 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Both interceptions was by their secondary, Rock Yassin, there, who just made that game pretty horrible for Khalil in that game. Khalil, for the most part, for the majority of the game, was having a good time, but I think it was the second quarter there. Yassin did a great job there of just looking at the eyes of the quarterback, and Khalil not doing a great job there of showing, not protecting the football there, and showing, kind of showing his hand of where he was throwing the ball at, which led to those 2 interceptions in that game. So like I said, we did win the game there. This week, our job is try to avoid him at all costs. Yassin, he's going to be out there patrolling and, be out there and try to do his best to watch the eyes of Khalil and see where he's throwing to. And Khalil's job, of course, talking to him before this game, He says that he knows there's a lot on the line here, not just the undefeated streak that they're trying to create, trying to go undefeated for the second straight year in a row, and try to win a third NFL title, but just try to have a decent game here and try to just settle down and just be ready to play. Of course, Andrew Luck, the quarterback there for the Colts. Darius Leonard, the one of the best linebackers there on their squad. Hilton, and of course, you got Eckler and Parker, and I believe they have Justin Houston there on that team. So they got a pretty good team here. And like we mentioned earlier, Yasin there, he got some pretty good numbers there when it comes to his abilities there. And of course, took out some of his secondary, and then you see that awareness there. Just great awareness for him playing as a CB. So he's going to be sitting there back there waiting for us. And of course, he'll probably be matched up with Fuller there on the right-hand side of the field. For Andrew Luck, there you see his numbers. Of course, yes, and I know, and this is an older game. But he is still playing in this one. And of course, IRL, he's long gone retired, but in this one he's still playing very well for himself. Now, of course, they did win the AFC South 8-7-1. Titans and the Texans were right behind him with an 8-8 record, and then of course Jags finished off the season 7-9. And the Colts would love to move on after having a great win over the Kansas City Chiefs last week. I believe that was a home game there for them. Actually, no, it was a road game, I should say. Defeating the Chiefs there in Arrowhead, and now coming to Florida to see if they can do the same thing again this week. That would be a lovely, lovely feather in their cap, and that is what we're going to try our best to try to avoid here coming up in this one. So we got a nice AFC matchup here. Like I said, these two teams met back in week 15. We had the better hand at it. We won by 10. And we'll try to see if we can have better results than we did that first time we met just a few weeks ago. So AFC Divisional Championship game, AFC Championship or Divisional game, not championship, Divisional game coming up. And we'll see what Khalil Kelley and this squad can do. Of course, the winner of this will either play the Cleveland Browns or the Los Angeles Chargers and the AFC Championship game. And of course, we played the Browns, I think it was last season in the AFC Championship game. So we could see a repeat of that coming up in the next episode. So first and 10 here, we get the ball in really good field position here after Indy loses the ball. Turns the ball over pretty quickly here. Third and 1 coming up. Ball on the 17-yard line. And we'll see Kelley in the pocket there. Throws a nice slant pass there. That's going to be thrown in there. And that's going to, of course, be a first down. So they go ahead and move the chains there very well. As Kenny Stills gets that nice catch there. We'll see the replay of this. And there you see, of course, Kenny Stills, one of the top wide receivers this season. Of course, the go-to guy here in this type of situation now for Khalil Kelley. He's been a big asset here for Khalil for the last 3 seasons now. First and 10 coming up here. We'll hand this one off. I believe this is to Mack, and Mack will get this one there. He'll get short, just stopped at the 1-yard line. Second and goal now coming up here for the Dolphins. We do have a man in motion. We toss this one off there to Mack. Mack comes off the edge there, gets into the end zone, and that is a touchdown. Dolphins are on the board here. They get the first 6 points on the board. They'll draw first blood here against the Colts. And that's going to be a nice lead here to start off here in the mid part of the first quarter here. As, of course, Mack, one of our big assets this year. He's been just playing very well. Of course, Drake, he's been on the sidelines there. Just like last season. So this is 2 years in a row now that Mack has been our guy to help us out, especially more importantly this season. As I mentioned earlier in this video, he is one of our X Factor superstars in that backfield. 2nd and 4 coming up here as Indy did tie it up with their own touchdown here. So it's tied 7-7. A minute left here in the first quarter. And we'll see. Oh, no. We don't want to see this. Mac is going to be hurt. And he's going to have to come off the ground. He's definitely going to have to get off the ground there. But he's going to have to sit out for a bit here. So Barrage will now come up, and he will be in the backfield there with Kelley. We'll see now 3rd and 3 coming up, and we'll see Fuller in motion here. Kelley drops back in the pocket here, throws one up there. That's going to be caught, and that's going to be a nice catch for a first down, helping to move the chains. Of course, Albert Wilson being our release valve here for them, especially the second half of this season. He's been doing a great job there helping us out in the short passing game here. 1st and 10 coming up here as we see Kelley hands this one off there to Bulge, and of course he cannot get out of the backfield there as he loses 3 yards on that play as Wordley gets a nice tackle. 2nd and 13 coming up here as we start the second quarter. Kelley drops back, fires this one up the middle on a nice slant pass, and that is going to be a first down, or should be, yes, it is going to be a first down as they get that one on the other side of the 50. We're at the 47 of the Colts, and looking to try to get down the field here as they run this one here. Nice handoff, and that's going to be a nice carry there for about 3 on the play from Bowlers. As you see there, I'm kind of looking at the ticker down below, and the Chicago and Dallas game has not started. It's a Sunday game, so it hasn't started yet. But we take a look there, Cleveland. Wow, so we could match up with Cleveland coming up next in the next episode there. 31-8, Cleveland wins this one. So Baker Mayfield wants to have a rematch here against Kelley, and we'll see how that turns out to be. As we'll see a quick pass there as Kelley's being brought down there, and that's going to be a loss of a yard there on that reception. We go to a 2nd and 11 coming up here. Ball on the 33 on the Colts 33, I should say. And that's another pass there as Kelley's 5 for 5, looking very good here right now. And really doing a good job here avoiding throwing deep passes, of course, to Raka Sin, who's looking back there in the secondary. That's going to be a pass that's going to be completed. Great catch. And that's going to, of course, be a first down there. Albert Wilson gets the great catch. And as you take a look there, snags this one, and he's going to be tiptoed right out of the 2-yard line on that one. So now the ball on the 2-yard line here. 1st and goal coming up here for Miami. As we'll see a handoff there coming out of the backfield there. Hand this one off in there. Can they get in the end zone? No, they cannot. As Mack will be stopped there at the 1. 2nd and goal coming up here. We'll try to see if we can try to bust it through this offensive line, bust through this defensive line there. It's been pretty tough here on us here already. As we'll see Mack. Oh, Mack gets hit like a Mack truck there as he will come up shy again with no gain. So now 3rd and goal coming up here. Look like they're going to try to keep the ball on the ground here once again. Maybe this time they'll run it on the outside, which they'll do. They'll hand this one off to Mack. Mack tries to get on the outside, but he's going to be not stopped and brought down at the 1 again. Nice hustle there from Hooker, who gets the tackle. It's going to be 4th and goal coming up, and we'll see if they're going to kick for 3 or if they're going to try to go for it here. I imagine they try to get the easy 3 points here. But there you see Mack just cannot muscle his way into that one. And, of course, that is going to be it for the offense. Now, for whatever reason, they decided to go for it there. I believe the kicker did a fake field goal attempt. So they put 6 points on the board there for us, so that's nice. But we have a four-point lead right now, 14-10, leading the Indianapolis Colts here. As the ball's on 37. Kelley drops back in the pocket, looking for a deep pass, or mid-range pass there near the 50. That's going to be caught for a first. And I believe that was to Kyle Rudolph there for that great pass. And, of course, helped to move the chains. Kelley there you see trying to run around, but he is going to be met up with Justin Houston. Nice sack there from Houston, as that's going to bring him back 10 yards on that play. It's going to be a 2nd and 20 coming up here, as Kelley, he should avoid going that right-hand side there, as the blocker there for him tried to do his best to stop Justin Houston. But, hey, it is Justin Houston. You can't really stop a man like that, who is a Pro Bowler and who can just rip and tear through that offensive line. Kelley drops back in the pocket, throws one up there. That's going to be a great catch there to his tight end, and that's going to be a nice first down as they're able to find the chains. That is Kyle Rudolph on that play as we're getting to the 2-minute warning. So we get to the 2-minute warning here. 1st and 10 coming up. Ball on the Indy 29-yard line. Kelley's going to drop back in the pocket, look, scramble around here, go up, find the target, and he gets him. And that is going to be inside the 20. And that's going to move the chains there, as they now are at the 18. So great play there from Kelley, finding his open man. Kelley drops back in the pocket. And again, he's going to meet up with Justin Houston, as that blocking side there on that right-hand side is just not doing too good for him. That's a 2nd sack now on this drive here from Houston. And again, Houston's doing a great job here at pushing them back. 2nd and 18 coming up. Kelley drops back here in the pocket. Kelley's going to lose the football here. It's going to be a fumble. And it looks like it's going to be Indy ball. No, it's going to be our ball. They somehow, I don't know how they did it, but McGovern comes in there, scoops up the football, helps his QB out here. As a QB trying at the last minute there, decides, hey, I'm going to try to run the football here, but he's going to get hit and lose that football there. That is going to be a fumble. 3rd and 24 coming up here. Of course, this is a pass situation. Indy knows it here. There's a flag on the field here. Great catch. That one's going to be down to the inside the 10, but that ball might be coming back. As we see here, yep, that's what I was afraid of. It's going to be a holding call on McGovern, and it's going to be a 3rd and 34. So, what do you do in 3rd and 34 here? Well, you get sacked, as we see the blitz come in there from Moore the second. As he comes in on the sack, it is now 4th and 41. And, of course, I don't think any playbook, no playbook in any of any team has a 4th and 41 in this situation. So it's going to have to be a punting situation here. And this was a good drive here, but Kelley just not getting the help he needs right now from his offense. His lineman not doing too good job here. So we start going to the 3rd quarter here, and it's still a 14-10 ball game here. Kelley throwing this one there to his tight end for the big first down. Great catch there from Kyle Rudolph, his 3rd reception of the day, and that's going to help him move the chains. So they couldn't do nothing during that last 2 minutes or so of the first half. Kelley's going to try to see if he can get a drive going here on this first drive here on the start of the 2nd half. As we'll see Kelley here now, 2nd and 1 coming up here. Ball in the 45. Hand that one off to his halfback there, Mack. And Mack, of course, get enough there for the first down. So now ball on the 42-yard line here. 1st and 10. Kelley's going to run this one here on the outside here. Kelley's going to get all the way down to the 20. Breaks a tackle, jukes, and gets inside the 10, or near the 10. They'll mark him at the 11-yard line. Great run there. I was a little scared with him run the football like that. Afraid he's going to get stripped from him, but he holds on to him and is brave. Oh, wow. Breaks the tackle. Actually stiffs arms an opponent there. And does a great job of making sure, hey, I'm going to get this first down. No one's going to stop me. I'm going to show how tough I really am. So 1st and 10 coming up here. Ball on the 11-yard line. And, oh, that ball is tipped, but it's going to be caught by Kenny Stills. Stills keeps his focus on that football, even though it's tipped, and gets that one right back into his hands. And take a look there. It was tipped by number 29 there. Or, excuse me, was that Justin Houston there? No, it was Moore. Or Hooker. Excuse me, Hooker puts his hands up. But no matter what, Kenny Stills like, nope, I still got this. Brings it in, and that's going to be a touchdown. And nice job there from Kenny Stills, helping out his QB, keeping that drive alive, and, of course, getting into the end zone. 21-10 now, as we have about 7 minutes left here in this 3rd quarter. Ball is on our own 6-yard line. They put us in there pretty good. As Kelly has to, oh, Kelly, a little dangerous there. Both on the throw, but more importantly, almost getting hit there. And he could have easily lost the football there in that situation. Ball still on the 6-yard line, 2nd and 10. Run this one out by Mack. As Mack is trying to help us get some breathing room here. 3rd and 5 coming up. Ball on the 11. And we'll see what Kelly can do here. Of course, this might be a passing situation here for him. As he's looking for a quick pass there. He does find it, but no, it's going to be dropped. That is Kyle Rudolph there. So far, Rudolph's been doing a great job up to that moment. But I guess everyone's allowed to at least have one drop. But we need that play right there to keep this drive alive. And so now we're going to have to punt this here. It's going to be a pretty good field position now for the Colts to have coming up. If we can try to punt them pretty deep. So we come back here. We get the ball back here pretty quickly after Indy makes a quick score. So it's now 21-18 as the ball's on the our own 22-yard line. Kelly here scrambles off to the right-hand side. He's going to take off down here looking for a block here. Gets hit, and he's going to get pushed out at the 31. He gets enough there for the first down. Does move the chains as he has now 2 carries for 41 yards. Nice run there from him. And again, showing his toughness he has here today. 1st and 10. He knows a lot's on the line here. Kelly throws this one there. That's going to be caught in horse collar there, but they're not going to call anything. Of course, that's for zebras for you. So 2nd and 6 now coming up here for Kelly. As we'll see the ball on the 35-yard line there. Nice run there from Mack. And the Mack truck there gets the first down, helping move the chains. Now he has over 50 yards now here in today's game. And that running game from him has been kind of just stagnant, but it's starting to work his way into seeing the Mack that we've seen this past season. As we see Kelly here looking for a block. Kelly is going to drop the football, but he fumbles it out of bounds. It's going to help him move the football here about 4 yards. That's his 2nd fumble now here in today's game. As we have the ball there on their 47. Ball on the 47-yard line. As we still have possession of the football after that fumble. Kelly here throwing this one out there quickly there. That's going to be thrown there quickly to Will Fuller, who gets the catch and, of course, converts for the first down. So now after that first down conversion here, 2:04 left here in the 3rd quarter. Kelly drops back there in the pocket, and he is almost getting picked off as Rakassin puts his hands up there and bats it away as he was covering Fuller there on that play, on that deep pass route there. Kelly drops back in the pocket here, looks here, fires throw off to the left-hand side, and that's going to be caught there for about a yard or so on that play. Kelly now 3rd and 9 coming up. 1.5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Ball on the 39-yard line of the Colts. As Kelly's going to scramble off to the right-hand side, looking down the field. Throws this one up there. That's going to be caught, and it's going to be put inside the 20. Nice catch as he finds one of his favorite targets there. That is Albert Wilson, who gets the first down. 3 catches, 48 yards now for Albert Wilson. Having a quiet day nonetheless here. 1st and 10 coming up here. The ball on the 19. Kelly drops back in the pocket there to the left. Throws this one off there. That's going to be caught. And that's going to be inside the 15. As that's going to be Kyle Rudolph for the catch. As Rudolph now is over 50 yards now for the day. He has 5 catches. I believe 53 yards receiving yards. Kelly now runs off this one here. He calls on numbers. Slides that one inside the 10. He'll be stopped at the 5. Or excuse me, at the 7. For the first. So now we start at the 4th quarter here. 1st and goal coming up here to Mack. Mack's going to run this one here, but Mack's going to be stopped. And he's only going to gain 2 yards on the carry. So now 2nd and goal coming up here for the Dolphins. As Kelly's under center here. And I wouldn't be surprised if Kelly starts calling his own number instead, as he's going to call Mack there. Mack gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. And that is Mack's 2nd rushing touchdown of the day. And that puts him now within a 10-point game as it's going to be 28-18. Of course, extra point pending. As we'll see Mack in this replay just barrels into the end zone and helps his team out now, getting a 10-point lead. So it is 28-18. There's 7:16 left here as we have the ball on our own 10-yard line. Colts so far down have done a great job here in punting us in inside the 20, in our own 20 there. 2nd and 7 now coming up here. The ball on their own 14. And, of course, this is going to be probably Mack in this situation, try to give us some breathing room here before we start passing. And this one off to Mack there. Mack gets to the first down marker. Does he get a little bit more? Yes, he does, as he gets to their own 20. So now ball on the 20-yard line here. 6:13 left here in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 coming up here for Kelley, as we'll see a handoff there. Mack tries to go off the edge there. He should have stayed inside. But goes off the edge there, and we'll see a stop by Leonard as he makes his second tackle for loss now here in today's game. 2nd and 13 coming up. Ball on our own 17-yard line. Just trying to take our time here with our running back here as Mack runs this one there, as he is getting close to 80 yards here today. Several carries, and of course 80 yards, getting close to 80 yards, and of course 2 rushing touchdowns as Blake Martinez gets in there on the sack, talking some smack there to our QB, as Kelley just could not find anybody on that play. A little confused there as we take a look at the replay, and Blake Martinez is like, I'm not confused at all. I know exactly what I need to do. Brings him down and wraps him up, as Kelley just could not do anything with that football. He gets caught in the backfield there, and that's going to force us to punt the football. So the Colts are able to get back on the scoreboard here as they put some 6 points of their own here, now making it now 28-25. And we'll see now we're back on the field here. Of course, we have control of the clock. Of course, we have all 3 timeouts here remaining, and we're just trying to see if we can move this football here with Mack, as Mack is showing off what he can do here, try to be a game finisher, try to be our closer here, and try to run this football. 3rd and 1 coming up. And we're just getting just a few ticks away from the 2-minute warning here. Ball on only 32-yard line here. We'll see the no play there, as they're going to run this one down to the 2-minute warning. So now they're hoping that the Colts will start using their timeouts. 3rd and 1 coming up here. Of course, if we do get the first down, you'll see the Colts use their timeout very quickly as we hand this one off to the fullback. And he will run this one there, and that's going to be the first timeout now by the Colts, with 2 timeouts remaining. 1:54 left here in the fourth quarter. It's 28-25. Hand this one off to Mack. Mack goes off to the right-hand side and gets a couple yards there. And again, the Colts burn another timeout here as they have 1 timeout remaining. 2nd and 4 now coming up here after the timeout. 1 timeout remaining for the Colts. Hand this one off there. Mack's trying to run this one, trying to find the first down marker. Finds it, but gets hit hard, but holds on to the football. And that converts for the first down. They use their last timeout. No timeouts remaining for the Colts. Minute 47 left here. Ball near midfield. Hand this one off to Mack again here. Mack gets a nice run and keeps that clock ticking as he has 24 carries, 109 yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns here today, as he is showing off what he can do as a halfback to close this game out and help out his QB. Minute 5 left here in the fourth quarter, running down the play clock down to 1. Hand this one off to, of course, Mack again, and Mack's going to run this one as he gets a couple there, about 3 on the play. 2nd and 7 coming up here, as we'll see Kelley here hands this one off again, of course, to Mack. And Mack doing a great job here. Why not keep feeding him the football to help us out? And that's, of course, going to get us the win. Final score, 28-25. Dolphins win this one here. Dolphins, great run there. 184 yards rushing, 171 yards passing today. Great day here. Close one here indeed. As it, again, Colts almost knocked off another, almost upsetted another team, but today that was not going to be the case, as we are able to become very successful and win this one and use our halfback like you should in a close game like like we've seen today here, as they went ahead and used Mac very well there to help us get the win. So there you see the numbers there. Check out the statistics right there for yourselves. But definitely a great game here. A great job there from our Dolphins. As we'll move on now to the next round, we'll move on to the AFC Championship game. We'll host that game coming up in the next episode, taking on, of course, against the Cleveland Browns in that one. And of course, that's going to be a rematch of last year's AFC Championship game between Khalil Kelley and Baker Mayfield. So 17 of 20 there for Kelley. 201 yards, 85% of his passes were completed. Only one passing touchdown in the game. Luck on the other hand, 23 of 31, 233, 3 passing touchdowns in the game. Of course, I believe he had 1 interception, but just could not get the job done against Khalil Kelley. So, if I'm not mistaken, I think Kelley has not lost to Andrew Luck so far here in his career. But there you see the numbers there. Of course, Mac had a great day there. 26 carries, 116 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns there for him. Eckler for them had 10 carries, 46 yards, but he had a fumble in the game. And of course, Jack Doyle, 54 yards for 6 catches. Kyle Rudolph did not get in the end zone, but he did have 5 catches for 83 yards. Funches, there you see 5 catches, 29 yards, and a score. Parker, 4 catches, 53 yards and a score. And of course, Kenny Stills for Miami, 4 catches, 47 yards, and a catch there for him. Let's see, Gesicki also had 2 catches. They say 0 yards, but he did have a touchdown. And of course, Levi Parks there, 1 catch for 7 yards and a score for him. Blake Martinez had a nice day. 13 tackles, the most tackles of the game there from a player. He also had a sack in the game that helped him out. Justin Houston, there you see 5 catches, 5 tackles there for him. Of course, 2 sacks that he put up on Kelley, but did not, he may have shook Kelley some, but did not rattle him at too much, as Kelley and this offensive line that I'm still just kind of just scratching my head at, like, oh my goodness, come on guys, this could not be the day that you want to play bad. But they survived, and they helped, they did a great job there protecting and opening up the holes there for the runs there towards the end there of this one. And of course, Kelley is ready now to get ready for this next game coming up. So we got the AFC Championship game coming up. Like I said, it's a rematch from last season, and we'll see, or maybe it was 2 seasons ago. I know they played against each other here recently, but maybe it wasn't last season. Maybe it was the first season. But nonetheless, we'll see them in action coming up in the next episode. Of course, we'll take a look at some Pro Bowl numbers. We'll look at the AFC. We'll look at the Browns numbers there for what they've done so far here this season. And of course, we'll see who's going to punch their ticket to go to the big game, going to the Super Bowl there in Tampa. And we'll see who the other matchups are on the other side. And they're in the NFC game, championship game there, coming up in the next episode. So stay tuned for more here of the Khalil Kelley QB1, or face of the franchise QB1 here on ESGNet. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you enjoy the content you're seeing, definitely check us out. Hit that subscribe, hit that bell notification so you guys be notified, and hit that like. That really helps us out a lot. Don't forget to check us out on our second channel on ESGNet LP. It's got a lot of good things going on over there. Follow us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord. The links are down below in the description. Check us out there and see what's going on here and how you can be a part of the ESGN Nation. As always, you guys, keep yourselves each other healthy, and I will see you guys next time.